Hello, Namaste everyone. Welcome to our show Ek Mulakat. Like we know, the whole world is celebrating the Mahakumbh Mela which is happening in Prayagraj, Uttar Pradesh at the sacred Triveni Sangam, the confluence of river Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati. Every episode we are meeting great souls, Rishi Munis and Sannyasis. Today also we have a special guest all the way from Poland, Mr. Derek. Mr. Derek, welcome to our show, Ek Mulakat. We have Mr. Derek. Mr. Derek, I would just like to know a small introduction from your side, so you can just please introduce yourself.
Okay. Well, I'm from Poland, as we said. I live with my wife in the southwest of Poland. We run a small meditation center. We kind of extracted ourselves from probably 8-9 years ago from I would say standard life. So we moved to the mountains in Poland and tried to share our experiences with people who look a little bit more peace and stability in their lives. So they come to us for meditation courses, and we share with them what we have learned in our journeys, in our trips, travels, what we've learned from different cultures. So yeah, that's what we do. Many years ago, the old Derek was doing completely different things. But then after there's a moment in life where I realized that the business and all the commerce activities have to stop because they make no real sense. So that's why we do what we do now. So so that's me. So that's why we also come here for Kumbh Mela. This is the largest, spiritual gathering in human history. Okay. So this is not possible that I'm not here. So
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Derek, it's very nice to meet you. And here we are in Kumbh Mela. So I would just like to know, before that, your journey into spirituality. Like, what was your transition from, living a life of a chaos, we can say. That's how, if life becomes chaos, then the soul is trying to get the peace of mind through meditation or connecting with the God. So every person has a spiritual past. Okay. So I would just like to know, what was your journey, how you began, and what kind of person you were in the child, and what was that transition? You can please share.
Okay. But this is quite unusual, I think. I will try to make it as short as possible. Okay, yeah, but might not be possible, but we'll see. In 1991, I'm 58, so I'm an older gentleman right now. But in 91, I was a student at the University of Toronto of applied mathematics, and a girl that I dated at that time invited me to suggested that I take a part in a very special experiment. To make the long story short, the experiment was such that they invited 88 people to participate to apply for the experiment. I was one of the 12 that was selected. So we went through in 9 months. We went through many hypnotic regressions with a very high level, I would say, out of body experiences.
Okay.
So then the experiment was constructed in such a way that we were the 12 people that were selected for the experiment were completely different from one another, in such a way that we came from different countries, different cultures, different religions, different families, different values, etc. So the people who ran the experiment did it in such a way that they asked almost the same questions, the same situations that we were presented, and in a very high level of meditation. We were supposed to, we were reporting what we feel, what we experience, etc. And we didn't know each other completely. So after 6 months, we compared the notes, and the people who ran the experiment showed us what we were talking. Then we met after 6 months. We actually met all 12 of us. So it was very emotional. And then we learned that in spite of the changes, there was one Indian guy in our 12. Okay. So despite all the changes, whether you're Islam or Catholic or whatever, 74% of things that we reported were very, very common with each other.
All right.
I spent almost 120 hours in various, high level of regression, hypnotic regression meditation. It's a short story. You can imagine so many things happen during that time. Yes.
Yeah.
So after this kind of experience, your life cannot be the same.
Yeah.
I mean, no way. You just feel that this body is just humorous for some reason.
Yeah.
Yes. So you suddenly clearly see very, very nicely what is important and what you can easily kind of skip from your life, which is not important. So that's why I said to myself, okay, I have to do the homework as a human being. I like different things in life. It doesn't. The experience didn't change me to such a way that I disregard everything that human beings like. Yes. So no, I was just a simple boy chasing girls at that time. Yeah.
Okay.
But then, I realized that I had to do some homework, to have family, to have children, to run business, to do the homework, life homework. Yes. Yeah. But then at the same time, I knew that on the moment I have enough, I will switch. I will immediately say, okay, that's enough. Then I do the spiritual stuff. Okay. So that moment came like 18 years ago or so when I was 40. So since then, I've been blessed with a beautiful wife, with my ability to do what I feel is really important. That's the very short story of 40 years of life.
Wonderful, very nice too. We can learn from your life experiences. It's very inspiring actually. And like you said, how spirituality changes everyone. Even my life was changed completely because of spirituality. Because when we come into spirituality, we just have this sense that some energy is protecting us. Before, without having this God knowledge, we are just wandering without any protection. We don't have that sense of security. But once we become spiritual, we get to know what is the purpose of this human life. So obviously, this life is to enjoy. We need to enjoy all the happiness which we have in the world. But ultimately, getting to know what is the purpose of human life, that is also very important, isn't it?
It is. Well, but I don't know what the question is. Yes, I can confirm. Yes, absolutely. It's important of human. But my understanding may be a little bit not so popular, I would say.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if we want to go this direction, because this is I differ a lot from the common understanding, I would say. I must admit that maybe you can help me with questions, but
okay.
I wouldn't. This is not my experience that I come here for happiness, for joy. I come here for very particular structured way of development of my consciousness. Sometimes it takes joy, sometimes it takes pain or suffering or anger. I have to experience everything to come up with even nice development, nice lesson that I have to kind of fulfill. So I'm not here for happiness, although I'm really happy. But this is like byproduct. For some reason, I've been blessed with happiness. Yeah, but I was. This is not that I was. Oh yeah, I want to be happy. Jesus, this is nothing else I want to do. I want to only be happy. No, I did sometimes difficult things. I went through difficult times, but the happiness came by itself. I don't know. That's
wonderful. Like you said, life also throws a lot of pain. Yeah. So we should embrace that pain also. So if we embrace the pain, then we embrace the happiness. So both of them complete each other. If there is no pain, then there is no sense of happiness. So
ultimately, I have to say that after all my life and this 58 years of my life, my religion is acceptance.
Yeah,
seriously. I mean, if you find yourself in a state of pure acceptance of everything that gathers you and surrounds you, and you understand the reason why it happens in your life, and you accept it, then that for me that's the highest form of freedom. If you accept it,
acceptance.
Because if you fight this or that and you want to be different, because then the fight will go on in your life. If you accept it, of course, I fully understand that if you suffer physically or mentally, etc. I know it's difficult for a normal human being to accept that so easily, but to some extent, yeah, the acceptance is necessary.
Necessary. Correct. So, Derek, I will just like to know, you came into Brahmakumaris camp here in Mahakumbh. So how was your experience visiting the camp and going through all the pradarshnis? Please just share with us.
Well, first, like in Kumbh Mela, there is so much synchronicity. I don't know why things happen the way they happen. So we just walked by, and my wife Yola said to me, "Okay, let's see this place." Oh. And so we came in. Of course, no English signs, we said, but we are already used to it. But there was this wheel of I don't know some English words. So we stood by that place, and very nice people came. One of those people spoke English, so he invited us to take a tour. Okay. So we felt very well accepted and taken care of. Then you showed up with some more explanation. So I think
it was coincidental.
Yeah, everything, as I say, everything is coincidental. So we followed the whole route, and from the way you position it, from all these difficult things, or the human nature, the way what we have in our souls, all not very nice things sometimes. Yes. So we have to realize that, and if you see that, that's the first step. So once you see that, you have an ability to change it. So you propose Raja meditation and Raja yoga meditation. So we don't know the concept of that so much, but your colleague gave us directions, so we can do that in Poland. So we will definitely try to practice it, or at least learn about it. Yes. So maybe we'll include that in our workshops, in our meditation center. So I just love what you guys do. Not only in this place, but in general. The need of showing people that they need to change to make this world a better place is amazing. So I find that this is one perfect example of what is happening. And I must admit, I don't know the life and work of your guru, but I'm really kind of motivated to learn about it.
Yeah. So Derek, one good news that we have our centers in Poland also.
Yeah. Few centers.
Yeah. So you'll just you can find out the address of your locality. There will be definitely a Raj Yoga meditation center there, and you can just get in touch with them, and you can definitely go explore the organization. And Derek, you said that once you came into the pradarshini, and see, once if there is a coincidence, it's not just happening.
Yeah.
Universe is just conspiring all those things. So it's we were meant to meet each other and have this conversation. So that's really great to hear from you, Derek. And so I would just like to know. So Derek, I would just like to share with you that our organization Brahmakumaris has been teaching Raj Yoga meditation since 89 years. And the spiritual knowledge which we get here is that how we can mentally connect our soul with the Supreme Soul and get all the energy from the Supreme Soul for doing our life task. It can be a simple job of driving a car, or if you have an interview, or any task which you have, we can simply pray, connect with the Supreme Soul, that, our task is going to be successful, and God always helps us every day. So that is the way of connecting with the Supreme Soul. So that is the meditation which we practice in Brahmakumaris. So I would just like to know your way of meditation, like what you do in meditation, closing your eyes. You do. You're a yoga trainer, so you do asanas, pranayams, and meditation. So please share how you do the meditation.
Maybe I will start from what we offer when we invite people for our workshops, and when people come to meditate with us. We and please also be kind of aware that Western countries are different from India. In Poland and in the States and Germany or whatever, somewhere in the West, people mostly, I would say 95%, are looking for peace and relaxation because their life is really stressed in many areas, I would say, family, business, everything. So they kind of understand, they define meditation as a way of relaxation. So our first step when people come to us is to explain, okay, that meditation is a little bit more than relaxation. It can be a little bit more than relaxation. That's first. Second is that we've learned that every human being is different from the characteristic point of view, from the trait of character, so from their emotions, their history, etc. So, for example, if people are really a little bit depressed, if you ask them to meditate in a mindful kind of mode, they get really even more upset. So seriously, we've learned that each type of person resonates with different way of meditating. Yes. So, and people, at least in the West, they get bored with meditation very quickly. Because if they ask them to sit down for like 15, 20 minutes or half an hour, nothing happens, and they go, no, what is happening? Okay. I mean, what is this meditation? So, so we learned that you need to help people find their best way of meditating. Sometimes it's mindfulness, sometimes it's om chanting, sometimes it's moving, slowly. Sometimes it's mantra chanting, sometimes it's mala chanting. And you can see that people resonate, and because with different things. So what we do is we show people different ways of meditating. Yes, and when we have 12 guests, 3 of those will find it extremely, wow, I love mindfulness. This makes me so happy, so peaceful. 3 other people say, no, I hate mindfulness. I get bored. So I'd rather chanting. I get mala chanting, and they repeat, 150 times or whatever times, the certain phrases. So that's really important in what we do. For example, after 30 years of meditating in my life, personally, I found meditation very helpful to, I would say, it takes me, I would say, maybe 10 to 20 minutes to come to the point, what I call it a portal. When I cross the portal, then I have really peace of mind. My body is completely relaxed, and then I just go through something. Okay. And then I have my own geography there that I can navigate. But it took me many years to do that. So I can relate to that. I can kind of like in radio, I can tune myself to some information, some emotions, and when I'm patient enough, then it comes sometimes in the form of symbolic things, sometimes very clear voice. So for me, the meditation became for many years a pure source of clear knowledge, I would say. Yeah, I would like to tell you that I connect with a source or a God, because I personally don't believe in a God in a way that is kind of defined in the Eastern countries. But I completely relate and with I don't know, the pure intelligence, this engineer, this amazing intelligence that created this thing. Yeah. So I have I'm absolutely humble to that, and I'm not saying I'm praying to that, because again, praying is a different meaning, but yeah, I relate to it, and I have a feeling that I'm connected with that. So if I was Indian living here, I would probably talk your language and would say that I'm with God all the time and this meditation. But I'm a little bit different from different part of the world. I use different vocabulary, different definitions. But I think that probably 95% what I'm saying is exactly what you feel in your language. Yes. So, yeah. So that's so. I don't know if I answered your question, but
you definitely, I got the answer, and you just share very beautifully that like how people practice meditation in foreign. Even in India, also, some of the people, if they just close their eyes, they're not able to focus,
Yeah.
and they just move their hands, legs, and so they feel that chanting through mala makes them more focused. And some of the people are like very quiet, so they feel that they can simply close their eyes and they can connect with God, any deity which they are worshipping, or they can connect with Paramatma just for 5-10 minutes. That's it. So if we don't have to, this is my opinion, like we don't have to sit on meditation for long hours. Even 5 minutes of concentrated, pure meditation can give us an energy for like 2, 3, 5 hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that accuracy is very important. Quality is very important. I feel that quantity is not important. Like, okay, I'm sitting here I sat there for 5 hours. That is not important. I sat for 5 minutes, but I had a beautiful concentration and I'm full charged up and ready to hit my day and ready to do all the tasks. So that 5 minutes of pure focused meditation matters a lot. And Raj Yoga meditation is all about, it's not about sitting at a place and just doing the meditation. Even if you're roaming, you're just walking on the road, you can connect with God. Even with your eyes open, you can connect with God. And you can see the other person as a pure being, as a pure soul. And he is also a child of Supreme Soul. We are all one family. This whole world is one family together. Okay, we have boundaries in this yuga. But ultimately, if we go back 150 years, 200 years before, there was no boundaries. These boundaries have come now. Ultimately, we were all a whole family, one world together. So if whole world, there is only one sun, so there should be only one God. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, it's a long story, but yeah, in general, absolutely. We've created the differences, and we kind of, for some reason, we are liking to embrace those differences more than the commonalities. Much more things connect us than different us. So I would definitely agree with that. And Kumbh Mela is saying to me, okay, look how common we are, how unified we are. I mean, we could do things together. We don't have to take care of the boundaries. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing. And I don't know who's gonna, but if I say to my friends in Poland that this is like 400 million people gathering in 45 days, they kind of go, oh yeah, you're crazy. I mean,
Okay.
this is no way it's possible.
Okay.
So I'll be very happy to show them. This is on February 29th. This will be the largest city on earth.
Yeah.
Not many people realize that, but they tell me that there will be 60-70 million people showing up at that date.
Yeah.
So there is not ever single city that was so
so many people together at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
Yeah. Wonderful, Derek. That's really nice to hear your beautiful experience from India. And it's really nice meeting you, Derek. We had a wonderful time speaking and sharing knowledge with each other. And I can really learn a lot from you. And because you are very elder, and we should always learn from our elders, like we saw in the Pradarshini. So thank you so much, Derek, for your time and for coming to India, for visiting Kumbh Mela, and for getting all the positive and nice experience. And hoping your forward journey also beautiful and positive, full of positiveness and happiness. So thank you so much, Derek, for coming to our show, Ek Mulakat. It's really wonderful speaking with you.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank all of your viewers and listeners, because you guys have beautiful country, and I love it. This is my 7th time in India, and I'm sure I used to be Indian some time ago.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So friends, with our conversation with the Derek, what we can learn is that meditation is very important to live a happy and peaceful life. Everyone is looking for peace of mind, and some way or the other, everyone is going through some kind of depression, stress, and anxiety. So, what is the solution for this? Meditation and yoga. So, we should practice meditation. Just to start a little with 5 minutes, 10 minutes when we get free time, and it will be very beneficial for us to have a peace of mind. So, thank you so much, friends, for watching our show, and we will be meeting with another special guest in the next episode. Till then, stay tuned and thanks for watching. Thank you.